सततमच्युतव पवनचलनरोधा आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्. We will commence the evening Atma Vicharam by listening and meditating on Bhagavan's Upadesham. I'll be reading his Upadesham from the book Guruvachaka Kovai, from the chapter Investigation into the Truth. The subtopic is Definitive Advice. Verse 295. The Jiva will never rid itself of the false delusion unless it knows experientially the one reality, the pure being consciousness, that from time immemorial shines within it, not different from it, as the Atma Swarupa. The Jiva, I'll read the verse again, will never rid itself of the false delusion unless it knows experientially the one reality, the pure being consciousness, that from time immemorial shines within it, not different from it, as the Atma Swarupa. So, Bhagavan here is saying the ornament will not lose its idea of being an ornament until it really questions what is it really made of. And when it figures out that it is made of gold and it was trying to know gold, then all pursuits ends there in that clear recognition that it was always gold, even when it was assuming that it was an ornament and it was searching for it, searching for the gold. It recognizes that it remained ever as gold and continues to remain as gold, and it is true of itself and all the ornaments, even whatever it is perceiving. So it becomes very clear that then the false delusion that it is an ornament will go away. It will recognize that it was never an ornament looking for gold. It was always gold, gold, gold at all times. So this is what happens when we embark on this journey of self-enquiry. Today, we take ourselves to be an individual, identified with this name and form, and we have heard about self, God, Guru, truth, and whatever made us attract to it, we start digging through to find out where that truth or God or Guru or the self is. We read many things, we attend many satsangs to get some guiding light. But it is only when the grace of the Supreme, when we have been searching for it earnestly, there comes a time in this journey by the very grace of that self or the Guru, there comes a time where we experience ourselves as that pure being consciousness. It is that moment where the ornament recognizes itself or recognizes gold, that it to be gold. And sometimes due to habit, it may still continue to recollect through its memory. Oh, I had the experience of the gold. Like how we can say, I had the experience of that pure being, consciousness, bereft of all thoughts, that samadhi. I had it. And we recollect again the thought. That means we have again become the individual. But that grace has already given a glimpse of the truth. So as more and more we get back to that truth, the more and more it becomes clear that One need not do anything to be the truth. One has to simply let go the wrong ideas that one is not the truth. One is an individual. One is somebody looking for the experience of the truth. Those ideas, those thoughts, which creates a sense of difference, is all that we need to let go. And how well it can be done is how beautifully it has been possible to, or made possible to be done, is through self-enquiry. Every time a thought rises, and if the attention goes to the thought, obviously we will be carried away in the domain of differences. But if we diligently inquire, to whom is this? Recognize it is for me, and further inquire, who am I? Then we are going for the goal, away from the ornamental idea. That very question, who am I? The inquiry. It is not something that we need to answer. Really inquire, investigate what we really are. And if we had, by the grace of the Guru, experienced that thought-free state, we recognize that the thought is the only hindrance for us not to experience that natural truth, the gold that is always present. And therefore, when we don't entertain it, and when we recognize that self-enquiry is the best way to let go the thoughts, Bhagavan says, when the enemy in the fort, that means all wrong ideas which rise in the form of thoughts, keep coming up, and we keep cutting them with the inquiry, to whom is this, who am I? The fort becomes empty, says Bhagavan. All the wrong ideas perish. And when the wrong ideas go away, what was there? And the ornament idea goes away, the gold was always there, and that becomes clearer. So that thought-free state reveals the truth as it naturally is. And then one recollects that samadhi experience, or that pure being conscious experience once we had is actually the true nature of oneself here and now, and that is the truth of everyone also. And therefore, this self-enquiry, this Atma Vichara, is the greatest blessings which makes us to jump from the wrong ideas, which make us not experience the truth which is naturally present, to experiencing it here and now. And one should diligently, whenever our thoughts rise, no matter what kind of thoughts they are, one should diligently inquire, to whom is this, who am I? See it as an opportunity to let go the false idea, the superimpositions. Therefore, when we let go the superimpositions, the adhara, the rope, which alone is recognized automatically. So with Bhagavan's immense grace, with which alone we have come to this most direct path, for the next 10 minutes, let us practice self-enquiry. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Dileep
Namo Ramanacentre. We will now have the sharing of Anma Bodham by Sri Venkatesh Deshpande sir.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviram Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripaha, Mokshamulam Gurur. Ramana, we do Manana on Atma Bodha the last satsang we did Manana on 52, verse 52. We'll do a short, quick recap on that. Though associated with the equipments, the all-knowing sage is untainted by their traits like the sky. He remains like a dunce and moves about unattached like the wind. The enlightened sage has no vasanas of his own. Consequently, there are no desires and actions emanating from him. He continues to live through environmental vasanas. His activities are expressions of the total will, functioning through the empty equipment. He remains ever rooted in the transcendental experience of the self. He is not interested in nor affected by such activities. He is untainted like the sky. So we'll continue to do Manana today, verse number 53, and I request Sapna to kindly chant it for us, please.
Yes, sir. Namo Ramana. Upadhivilayad Vishnau Nirvishesham Vishenmunihi Jale Jalam Viyadvyomni Tejas Tejasiva Yatha Upadhivilayad Vishnau Nirvishesham Vishenmunihi Jale Jalam Viyadvyomni Tejas Tejasiva Yatha. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sapna. On destruction of the limiting equipments, the sage becomes one with Vishnu. As water mixes with water, light with light, or space with space. Your essential nature is eternal, all-pervading reality. Due to your ignorance, you identify with the matter, and become a limited personality. If, however, you withdraw your identification with these limiting factors, you get liberated gradually from these shackles. Finally, through single-pointed meditation, you regain your original divine nature. When you identify yourself with your physical body, you live as a more physical being, gratifying your sensual demands. When you grow out of your attachments to your body and identify yourself more, you live in an emotional body.
In this state, you are not satisfied with mere sense gratification.